This summer, try the new Strato Frappuccino blended beverage at Starbucks. It's the classic blended iced coffee you know and love, now topped with a creamy layer of handcrafted brown sugar cold foam. Available for a limited time. Your Strato Frappuccino is ready at Starbucks.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
In about 4 weeks, I had quite a few conversations with people who've been very disappointed with their associations, organizations, and so on. I haven't realized that the grip of the organization is still so strong and trying to control the students, members, dictating them what they can do, what they cannot do. I knew that it was in some organizations like JKA, when you get the letter that you are not allowed to go on different seminars, workshops, trainings. I've been a member of a couple of organizations who tried to do that, and I removed myself very quickly from that environment. Even wrote a book about it. If you're interested in that, the Dark Side of Karate is still available on Amazon, so link down in the description below, or if you're watching that on YouTube, above. And yeah, it's always very sad to hear from people that they put a lot of effort into the organization. They're going through the ranks. Everything is fine when they are a lower grade. They're going through the grades. They are super committed to support that organization. They seem to expect the same from the organization, and until they pay, until they do what they've been suggested, it's all fine. The problem starts when they becoming a higher grades, achieving their black belts, and now they finding a new ways to grow, and they might be going, I would like to try with somebody in a different organization, and I would like to go and compete with different organization. And then the organization turns and says, no, you cannot do that because we are not cooperating with others. We are the godsend to karate. Our master is the best, and you shouldn't go anywhere else. Started as a sort of preserving the teachings of the masters and advertising itself as a traditional approach, but in the essence, it is not. We know from the writings of the masters that the common practice on Okinawa was to send people to train with different masters. You learn something from Funakoshi, you would go to train with somebody else. You've been training with a other master, and you would go and practice something else. It also was sending people to his friends, and so on and so on. So we know that that was the practice, and to make your students a better practitioners of karate, they would be sent and practice with somebody else. And suddenly, in a traditional modern karate, it is not allowed, and people trying to hold the students within the frames that they put for them. You can only learn from this person because we approve it. You can only go to this association because we approve it. And you shall not experience any other karate or other sports. And this is only seen in kind of traditional martial arts where you're not allowed. You seems to be part of a religion or a cult that you are not allowed to go and experience other stuff, which is purely wrong. You are not being a prisoner, or you are not being owned by the association or organization. Any person, you are a customer, you coming in, you paying for your training. Outside of the training, you can do whatever you want. In that dojo, you behave as the rules require. If that is fitting for you, if not, you change the dojo. But it is kind of sad to see people's disappointment. Like I said, they put a lot of effort in it, and then suddenly, without warning, they are told, no, you can't do that. No, you cannot talk to that person. No, you cannot invite that person if you're organizing seminar. Like I said, it hit me as well. And that was one of the reasons why I quit my previous organization, because I wanted to invite somebody who the organization didn't agree with, didn't like, because he was questioning them and so on. And I said, well, sorry, I'm going to be inviting whoever I want. I am a individual. I am independent person. I run things like I want. And I see you later. I quit and I'm happy. But I see how people who invested their most of the training life into supporting the organization get really, really heartbroken by a betrayal. They've been misled. They invested time and money, and they still love the organization because you enjoy something for 10 years. You put in your effort in, you training, you met connections, you made great friends, and then suddenly you are ostracized because you went somewhere and somebody's seen your picture in a other seminars, and then you're being told off, and you kind of go like, if it happens to you first time, you are confused like, well, what happened, what have I done wrong? I just train karate, I want to do the karate. And then you've been told no, but you've been doing wrong karate as well. People being told off by being on some podcast or my podcast and not promoting their seniors and promoting other YouTube channels and so on. And it is just sad. It is sad, and it all stems from a ego-based approach to how great you are or how great the organization is, and they put monopoly on the only truth. And unfortunately, you see that in pretty much every bigger organization, from JKA to Kyokushin to Kudo to whatever, name it. It exists there because where there's money, where there's power, there always gonna be a political games. There always be something to play for, and take no prisoners, be the best, and you know, money, hoarding money. If you've got a huge association and you allow people to go, there will be a percentage of people who will go somewhere else and find the other training better. That's why I was in UK banned from one of the organizations here in my local area, because I started my own gym, my own dojo, because I really didn't enjoy training with them. They've been advertising themselves as an offshoot of Kyokushin. They're meant to be doing high advanced techniques. Me as a first dan came in, I've been doing 3 months of tsukis because there was preparations for grading, which is understandable. I understand that. I'm happy with going like that, but I've been told you will be doing some advanced stuff after that 3 months period. So okay, let's train, let's do that. Year after, every 3 months we've been doing preparation for grading, zero advanced training. So I said politely, listen, I'm not teaching kids. I would like to open my own dojo, not far from you, but a 15 minutes drive away. So I think that's the distance. I'm doing something a little bit different than you guys. So I'll propose that if anybody will join my club and want to train with kids, I will send it to you. But in exchange, you allow your students, if they wish to, come to my session, and then we can cooperate. I'm not gonna be stealing. I'm not gonna be grading them. I'm just would like to be open so they can come in and train with us. In exchange, I received a total ban from the organization and being kicked out from the club and been told to be destroyed and uh, block me from opening my dojo. Like it's like, they own me, and they say, "Oh, you have to stop. You cannot open the dojo there." Well, it's a free market, open society. and I am allowed to do whatever I want if I wish to do so. So I open the sessions, open the class, and because of their treatment towards me, they shoot themselves in the foot because five of the students, higher graded students, come and start training with me and become a core of my club. But it's still not nice. You have to go through things like that. Not nice that you've been told that you cannot do something, especially that you are really, really committing to that organization. You're really promoting it. Maybe not as much as they expected it, but you're going out there. You got their badges on. You're doing a training. People coming in. You talk about it. It's like at the moment we've got our little organization, but we are not promoting them. But it comes up in conversations like this. Somebody asks, "Oh, were you doing? Were you member with? Or what's that badge on your sleeve?" And then you speak with people and say, "I'm with the British Combat Association. I love them because they are very supportive. They don't tell me what to do." So I've got freedom, but if I want to reach out, I always welcome and I can train with anybody who is within the British Combat Association. And it's again multi-style organization that allows me to grow. Our second organization is a European one, which I'm a member from 2007, I suppose. And again, we meet up, we train together, we learn from each other, but there is no uh, political agendas that you cannot do that. Again, it's a multi-system one. So we've got the Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido, Kung Fu, Karate, Kempo, and so on, but nobody tells me what to do. And I think this is the fair system. So if you are stuck in the organization that it tells you that you're going to be expelled or you're going to be stopped doing something, rethink it, right? If you want to be a follower and you are super happy, you've got great friends, that's okay. You can stay with them, you can do stuff, but know that there are other people out there who are an outsiders and who've been in a very similar situation like you. And you can reach out to them, you can chat to them and see what's on the other side. I know it is a very, very scary step to do, to be independent and go out. You think that you're not going to have support and you're not going to have access to knowledge and so on. But in the modern day, you can train whatever, whoever you want, top tier martial artist. If you want to have a Japanese instructor, you just pay and you're welcome for a seminar. If you want to change association and you've got a big club, this is something that I don't understand, right? You've got 100 members, let's say, and the organization tell you, oh, you cannot do that. Well, then you tell to them, okay, I'm going to take my 100 students who pay you certain amount of money a month or a year as a membership, and I'm gonna go to somewhere else. And you can see quickly how they're gonna change the tone talking to you, because in the end they want your money. So you've got something they want, not the other way around. You can have that. You have a competition. You have a seminars. You have access to the knowledge in any other organization you want. There is hundreds of Shotokan, there's hundreds of Wadaryu, there's hundreds of Goju-ryu, hundreds of Kyokushin, Enshin, Ashihara, whatever you want, you can find it. It's just that barrier and breaking from that bubble where you think that you are stuck, right? There's many other bubbles around. You can go between and find the one works for you the best. I understand that some people like to be told what to do and just follow, come in, do the hard work, go home, forget about it. Um, have an instructor that shouts at you and stuff like that, but not everybody's like that. And if you feel stuck in the organization, reach out to other organization, have a chat with people, see who works for you, move away. It's like recently we've got a one club joining our organization, and they've been surprised that there's no branch chief telling them what to do because on the paper I am a representative for UK, but we are equals. They can do whatever they want. They've got their own syllabus. I am there to help them in communications and maybe growth because I might be a bit more experienced in martial art, but they doing their way, they doing what they want, they are happy. Nobody tells them you cannot go there. We encourage people to go and explore other avenues, but you know it is saddening for people to be treated like that. And I hope that in the future we can get rid of that system and people gonna be migrating between styles freely, because there's so much to learn from others people. If I go somewhere and I learn something different, it's benefit to me, it's benefit to my students, it's benefit to other organization. If somebody comes to me and learn from me, takes this stuff with them to their club, then they're benefiting. I'm benefiting from having more friends, and everybody's happy, everybody's a winner. And that's what we need to do in martial arts, have win-win situations instead of having animosities and power plays and egoistic approach where one try to destroy the other and bad mouthing behind the back and playing games. I'm going to be aligning with this person just to achieve something, that I'm going to align with somebody else to achieve a little bit higher and climbing that ladder to be the most powerful master in the universe. It's just silly. It's just silly. Do the good training, so people enjoy, and that's my view. Maybe not the best one. I don't know. I leave it judgment up to you. But like I said, if you feel trapped, reach out to other organizations around you, talk to them, find the thing that works for you, and take that step. It is worth it. Trust me, I've been there for 20 years, and I really appreciate my freedom. And I still got access to a top instructors where I can go and educate myself. Well done for listening to all of it. You are a superhero. Thank you very much for your support. And if you could leave us that review on a podcast platform, that would be amazing. I appreciate your time, appreciate your support, and I wish you all the best until the next one.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.